Hello students, I am Irene. In this video, you will learn your class 12 computer science topic working with Python functions. The subject code is 083. In this part 2 video, you will learn the topic defining functions in Python. Hello students, the next topic is defining functions in Python. If you wanted to work with Python functions, we have to follow two steps. The first one is a function has to be defined, and the second one is the defined function has to be called. So, we are going to see how to define a function in Python through a syntax. Before that, what is the syntax language we will know. So, in a syntax language, items inside angle brackets have to be provided by the programmer, and items inside square brackets are optional, that is, it can be omitted. Items or words or punctuators outside angle brackets and square brackets have to be written as specified. This is a syntax language. Now we will go to the syntax. So defining functions in Python, the general form goes like this. So here the function definition takes the keyword def, and you can see there is an item inside angle bracket. Remember what I said before, the items inside angle brackets have to be provided by the programmer. So this function name has to be provided by the programmer according to the identifier rule. If you see here def, that is not inside the angle bracket or square bracket. So that has to be specified as it is. And then next one, you can see a parenthesis, starting parenthesis and ending parenthesis. This is also not there inside any angle bracket or square bracket. So this parenthesis has to be given as specified. If you see inside the parenthesis, you have square brackets and it is mentioned parameters. This parameter, items inside square brackets are optional. So this parameters, if it is necessary, it can be given, otherwise it is not. And you can see there is another angle brackets here. So this is also optional. Here this is the function's document string. This is just like a comment statement. If it is necessary, it can be given, otherwise it is not. And there is one more statement here within angle bracket. So all these three statements and here the colon, all these are indented. So all these are the body of this function definition. So the function can take one statement or many statements according to your requirement. Let us see the different ways of defining a function. Here in the first function, the function definition starts with the keyword def followed by the name of the function, and it takes two parameters x and y and ends with a colon. So this is a label, and this label takes two statements as the body of this function definition. The first statement, it computes added result of x and y, and that result is returned by this return statement. And when you see the second function, that second function also it starts with the keyword def because as it is compulsory, and followed by name of the function. So when you see here, this function does not take any parameters. If you see here, this statement takes a parameter. Already we have learned the parameters were there inside the square bracket. If they are there inside the square bracket, we know that they are optional. If it is necessary, we give it. So for this function definition, the parameters x and y were necessary. For this function definition, there is no need of parameters. That's why it doesn't take any parameter. So when you see here, only one statement is indented. So this statement is the body of this function definition, and just it prints a message. And this function definition does not have any written statement. When you see this function definition, it has a written statement, but when you see this function definition, it does not have any written statement. From this you can understand function may or may not have written statement. Let us compare these two functions and learn the terms used in defining functions. Here both the function starts with the keyword def You can see here also it starts with the keyword def followed by name of the function. Here the name of the function is sum, here the name of the function is greet, and here this function takes parameters x and y. The second function, it doesn't take any parameters. From this we can understand the parameters are optional ones. If it is required, it can be used. Next one, the function header. The function header ends with the colon. This function also ends with the colon, and here this statement also ends with the colon. So these two are called as function headers. Next one, function body. Here the body of this greet function is only one statement, it just prints a message, and here the body of this function sum is two statements, and it takes a computed result and it returns the result. And from this you can understand a function may or may not have return statement. This function returns a value, but this function does not return any value. So from this we can understand if the function requires, it uses the return statement, otherwise not. So let us define these terms formally. So what is a function header? We'll see the first line of the function definition that begins with the keyword def and ends with the colon specifies the name of the function and its parameters. Here it starts with the keyword def, ends with the colon, and it has a name and it has parameters. So we call this as function header. Next one, what are parameters? We'll see. Parameters are the variables that are listed within the parenthesis of a function header. We know very well this is a function header. Here within parenthesis we have two variables x and y. These are referred as parameters of the function. Next, let us see what is function body. A function body is a block of statements or indented statements beneath the function header that defines the action performed by the function. A function body may or may not return any value. The function not returning any value can have a return statement without any expression or value. Here these two statements are the body of this function. Here this function returns a value, but if it is not required to return a value also, it can have a return statement without any expression. Here this is the expression because this value, whatever res contains, will be returned to the calling function, but the function not returning value also can have a return statement without any expression like this, just only the return statement. Now let us see what is indentation. Indentation means the blank space in the beginning of a statement within the block. So when you see in this example, here the function definition starts from the margin and it ends with a colon. So this is the header. The header requires a block. So these two statements are a block, and when you see these two statements, there is a blank space in the beginning of these two statements. So this blank space is referred as indentation. So the blank space in the beginning of a statement is called as indentation. So let us see the terms whatever we have learned one more time. We have learned function header, and we have learned parameters, we have learned function body, and we have learned indentation. Thank you.